Hello, and welcome to Ryno's Ravens Preview, Week 14, 2022 edition. It's Steelers Week, everybody. It's a big, important week for Ravens fans. It doesn't matter the standings, it doesn't matter who's playing well, who isn't playing well, and of course, what players are playing and what players are not. So, let's get right to the injury report. Courtesy of BaltimoreRavens.com. This is the Ravens website. This is who they list on their injury report. As you can see at the top, you have Calais Campbell, you have Duvernay, Houston. A lot of the times they just allow these guys to have rest. They put them on a report. Who really understands why they put some of these players on the injury report? They're kind of required to have this injury report, but they don't really want to put people on the injury report and let their opponent know who has an injury. So you can kind of take these as face value, really. They're kind of meaningful, they're kind of not. Of course, the big one you'll see on this list is Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson has a knee injury. Last game he went out. Huntley came in, did pretty good, but Lamar was seen limping back into the tunnel in the training room using a handrail to walk basically. So they have him listed as questionable. I'm going to say he's not playing, or what? Doubtful. I'm sorry. They have him listed as doubtful. I'm going to go ahead and say he's not going to play. I mean, the Steelers are not playing well this season, so I don't think the Ravens staff is going to risk further injuring Lamar. Not that we didn't see the Ravens offense play pretty well under Huntley. Very limited time for Huntley. I guess he does practice. He doesn't get a lot of first team reps. And he really didn't have that much time to warm up on the sideline when he came in. So I look for him to be a lot better this week. And to a certain extent, I do think the Ravens offense does do a little better with Huntley at the helm. I think they play more as an offensive unit instead of the Lamar Jackson show. Lamar Jackson is a great talent. He has boatloads upon boatloads of talent. The issue I have with him is it does seem like more often than not, he feels like he has to do everything himself. And that's not the best way to play football all the time, anyway. You see also listed on the injury report Patrick Queen. Patrick Queen had he had one of the nose tackles given pursuit to a running back that Queen actually took down. Tackle wanted to jump on top of the pile too, and just knee landed right into Queen. Was it thigh, right? Yeah, thigh. So hopefully it's nothing too serious. This is like a major bruising or something that hopefully he can play through. But we'll find out. Stanley's on there again. I mean, he is listed like he's not officially on an official injury report, but he is listed on the site here. He has had some ankle problems, coming off his surgery, and he has some rest. You see a limited participant, did not practice yesterday. So we will see if he will. Most likely he's going to play. He'll play. Queen, we don't know. As you can see, I have a few tabs loaded up here, all from BaltimoreRavens.com. This is an article posted to the BaltimoreRavens.com. The article is written by Ryan Mink, BaltimoreRavens.com staff writer. As Mink, as I alluded to, Huntley will play. Ryan Mink has it right here. He's expecting Huntley to get his start. Again, Stanley's going. Queen. Yeah, again, that's what I was talking about, a thigh injury. Yet it doesn't give any more details on it, but yeah. Uh, as you can see down there, the third paragraph right here under Queen questionable play. J.K. Dobbins, and Marcus Williams have had larger injuries. We all expect them to be on that whole, half season IR kind of dealio, but they probably won't be playing this week. There's no reason to really rush them back. Like I said, the Steelers aren't playing that well, so hopefully they can. The Ravens will rest Dobbins and Williams another week, and we'll see where we're at next week if they play or not. Steelers injury. T.J. Watt has been kind of plagued with injuries recently. Most notably now ribs is a rib issue. Ribs can be kind of tricky. I've had a bruised rib before. I wouldn't go so far as saying it was really painful. It was harder to breathe. I think I could have dealt with the pain if I could have breathed better. Now, I'm me sitting here talking about professional athletes instead of actually being a professional athlete. So a professional athlete is gonna, you know, they're gonna have a lot more tolerance than I am. So I would expect T.J. Watt to play in some capacity, even if it's very least a higher percentage passing down and they want some pressure on the quarterback. He'll be in there. He'll get some snaps. He'll get some big time snaps. Let's go to another article, again by Ryan Mink, BaltimoreRavens.com staff writer. And he is talking about, in this article, the larger picture in the NFL season, right? It's week 14. Playoffs are around the corner. It's not just about, what the Ravens do. Well, because there are several other teams. I don't even know how many playoff spots are. What are there? 15, 20? Who knows? Everybody's in the playoffs. You're in the playoffs. You're in the playoffs. Like, it's the Oprah of playoffs. They're giving everybody playoff spots now. So he's talking about who do we root for, right? Jets and the Bills are playing. He says root for the Bills. I don't know. Maybe. Browns and Bengals, obviously root for the Browns. The Bengals are the next best team in the North, in the AFC North. So, yeah, we want them to lose. Kansas City Broncos, yeah, of course we want Kansas City to lose. I mean, they're the best team in the AFC right now. We want them to lose any chance they can get. Dolphins and Chargers. Mr. Mink, kind of sounds like a supervillain. Mr. Mink says... He says we should be rooting for the Dolphins over the Chargers. Yeah, I don't. It's a tough one because, as you can see, the records here, 8-4 versus 6-6. Why would we want the Chargers to get back into the playoff hunt? Yeah, I don't know. I'll look at the standings here in a minute, and we'll further dive into that. Obviously, yes, Patriots. We always want the Patriots to lose. It doesn't matter what their record is. We always want the Patriots to lose. We hate them. All right, now let's take a look at the standings here. Back on it is Mink says that we want I forgot what he said. Dolphins and who did he say he wanted to win? The Bills. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get Bills. I think I definitely agree with because they're going to win the AFCs. They are. I mean, that's it. I mean, it doesn't really even matter what the other teams in the AFC East do. They're going to win because the Bills are really good. I mean, Josh Allen has improved vastly over the years. So we want the Bills to hand losses to the Dolphins and the Jets and the Patriots, as many as possible. The Dolphins, no, I can't agree that we want the Dolphins to win. We want the Dolphins to lose. In my opinion. Um, I don't know. It's. I mean, because the Bills and the Dolphins have such have a high number of wins right now. We don't want the Dolphins to get more wins because at some point as we are really going to be competing for the Dolphins for a playoff seeding. If potentially we lose the division winner to the Bengals, then we'll be looking for wild card seeding, right? Well, we don't want the Dolphins to have more wins. We want the Dolphins to have more losses. The Chargers are in there with the Chiefs. I mean, that's 2 losses on the schedule for them right there. So I'm not too worried about the Chargers taking a wild card spot from the Ravens. I am more worried about the Dolphins taking a wild card spot or a higher wild card seed from the Ravens. I'm sorry. I know we are winning the AFC North right now, but I don't know that I expect it. I think the Ravens offense is pretty bad. They cannot close games out to save their lives. So I fully expect the Bengals to win the division, and the Ravens are going to get a wild card. So then, therefore, we want the Dolphins to have less wins. We want to have a higher seed than the Dolphins. We don't want to have a lower seed than the Dolphins. So, I mean, especially with Jackson out, right? I don't know that we can go on a prolonged run with Huntley, not mid-season or towards the end of the season. If it had happened earlier in the season and Huntley had to play like 10 games-ish of the season, I think we would have had a better shot with Huntley because then that's more reps upon more reps for Huntley. Now he's not going to get... He's like thrust right into this playoff push to get his reps. So I don't know how sustainable that is. So we really could use Lamar Jackson back. Really. Even though I do think he kind of has this mentality of throwing the whole team on my back at all times, at every moment of every football game. And I'm going to lead them to victory. I mean, that's not sustainable, Lamar. I'm sorry. You got boatloads of talent, buddy, but sometimes you got to learn to, play with the dudes and get them to help you carry the whole team. So, yeah, I don't know if they'll pay him and keep him around. Hopefully he sticks around. Hopefully he comes back from his injury and leads the team to the Super Bowl. Comment below on what you think the Ravens should do about Lamar Jackson. Should they keep him? Should they let him go? Should they give him a fully guaranteed contract? One more note about the Ravens and Steelers. It is like I want to say the 25th time Harbaugh and Tomlin will go at it, which is a record. I think it will be a record, pretty sure. It I mean, you gotta hate to make a game like this about the coaches. I mean, the coaches are important and all, but it's really the players playing. But it is kind of a big deal that these two coaches have been around for a while. So congratulations to them. Well, that's going to do it for me for this edition, anyway. Like and subscribe. Helping Iraq War veteran out, get notoriety in this business here. Subscribe, get alerted to when I drop a video. Thanks for watching. Fly Ravens fly.